And we're live.
Yep, we're live. Welcome, everyone, to the first ever episode of the Screaming Trio podcast with your hosts, Nico,
Steven.
Cat.
and that's it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We are basically the Stephen and Michael show, but with blackjack and hookers.
With flapjack and hummus. But hummus. Hummus. Now I just sound like I'm listing food. All right, this is off to a great start.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's true. That stuff from blackjack and hookers is not kid friendly, so let's stick to flapjacks and hummus.
Flapjacks and hummus.
Flapjack. Hummus on pancakes. How would that even taste?
I don't know. It probably would taste terrible.
Like,
I would try it willingly.
I know some people make like savory pancakes, but kind of like they make savory waffles and stuff like that.
Savory pancakes. Why?
Well, not savory. It's more like the toppings are savory. Like people will put bacon bits or stuff like that on it.
Okay, bacon pancakes are good. Not gonna lie.
All right, are we here to discuss breakfast, or are we here to discuss Nintendo's Awesome E3?
Oh yeah. Well, all right. Now that we've gotten the intro out of the way, now it's time to invite guests on. So.
All right. The more people to elope in the fields with Reggie, the better.
Alright.
Also, there's still cat washing dishes ASMR.
The best ASMR.
No, that's Nico going grocery shopping.
So,
no
E3
mail!
Hey.
Hey, Eunice!
Hey!
Hi.
Eunice!
Hi. Yeah.
So,
That is a
welcome.
blessed icon.
Thank you as well. I was trying to change
Welcome.
it last time.
Welcome, our first guest. Are you ready to go and elope in the fields with Reggie Fils-Amie?
As always, yes.
As always. I like your confidence, kid.
my body is always ready to elope in the field with Reggie.
Oh, hey.
Hey, Scribbler's in here too.
Hey, Scribbler.
Hello.
Hey, it's the token Canadian.
Canadians.
And his mic is as quiet as usual.
Well, you know. Well, actually, I'm using a more broken, but
All right, so I got my reincarnated fucking checklist that I made because apparently it saved, but actually didn't save when I restarted my computer.
Oh.
All right, so
That's why I always save my stuff on Google Drive because of that.
yeah, but now I got the checklist of everything that happened during Nintendo's little E3 thing, including what happened later in Treehouse.
Oh.
At least I think this is everything.
So if we want to do a picture,
have.
we do that to your own account.
I've got Game Explained here, so in case we miss anything.
All right, so first off, let's start off with the intro. So they kind of started off with what is it?
Reggie in a field.
Yes, Reggie in a field.
Well, he started out in just the most popular living room, like the most modern day living room I could ever imagine.
Yeah.
Then it transitioned into a field, which kind of like at first we kind of like thought it was like, Reaper. We thought it was like at first we thought it was like a VR thing, but sort of. Yeah. I think it was like a lead-in. I think to Xenoblade 2 is what it was leading to.
Maybe I guess that was the first thing they showed, but I'm just gonna react to it. Wow, it was so immersive. It's like I'm actually running in the fields with Reggie Fils-Amie.
Shit, for some reason I somehow was able to mute cats somehow. So they had to do that themselves, apparently, because Google Hangouts is a piece of shit. I had no idea how I did that.
So, all right. So after the intro,
I think she muted herself because she.
Yeah, because
I was gonna say it kind of reminded me of that the scene with Tony in the beginning of Civil War.
Civil War.
Oh yeah, like that. Where he's like.
I never saw that.
VR
Oh, it was really good. He was showing off in like therapy VR session.
Oh, apparently they just showed off some more Ever Oasis during E3.
Oh,
That game that they showed off last E3.
And they're gonna show it off. It's like they're gonna show it off every year. Bethesda reveals a new Skyrim port.
Where should we?
Coming soon in 2018. Skyrim.
With the surprisingly thick water goddess, apparently.
surprisingly, what?
Surprisingly thick water goddess, apparently.
If you guys like, I'll have occasional images to upload on the another section. I don't know if you can post like the image on this part, but you might see one I've posted right now.
Oh yeah, you can. What you can do on the Google Hangouts is screen share. Like give me a
Mike,
sec.
you're good on Skype.
Well, wait, no. I need to close out the tabs, or else everyone will see 20,000 tabs of Rule 34. I'm just kidding. I already closed those tabs.
Oh my gosh! I just divided by 0 by accident.
We're going forever. Jesus Christ!
Oh!
I'm sorry, but
We're
like
reaching levels.
I have Game Explains just channel page pulled up in case we missed anything. Because they showed a lot in that 25 minutes.
And I don't want to miss
Yeah, it was only 25 minutes.
But like they showed a lot and just sold me on so much stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, I think that
So
the first thing technically was a video showcasing like the big stuff that they had recently announced, which was
FIFA.
ARMS, Pokken tournament.
They showed off FIFA. They also showed off Rocket League even before they announced it in the later on in the they didn't call it a digital event, but that's just what I'm going to call it for convenience sake. That's what they called it in 2014 and 2015.
They also talked about Mario Odyssey.
Yeah,
but
we'll get to that later.
If anyone wants to look at the thing I've shared.
Yeah, like the sizzle reel features Rocket League. Was the other indie game they showed off? What was the other indie game they showed off for Rocket League? For the sizzle reel?
I don't remember, but immediately after the intro, they showed off the first trailer we've seen since the revealed trailer of Xenoblade 2. Overall, still not entirely sold on the new art style.
And that apparently that girl is somehow the new Monado.
Well, apparently it's called the. At least from what I gathered from the trailer, that blade is actually called the Aegis.
Just hope Ryan doesn't drop that down the stairs like the Monado.
I love how just one of the first instances of a character using Monado after the opening is just Ryan being an idiot and playing with it like a toy.
Well, to be fair, he wasn't playing with it like a toy. He was getting fucking dragged around by it because he couldn't control it.
Yeah,
it was fine with him like a toy.
Let's play. He
dumbass.
Yeah.
Ryan was possessed by the Monado.
But yeah, a lot of interesting story details.
Also, the Aegis has a giant rack.
Yeah. Just, I saw a post about it earlier. I was in the Xenoblade 2 tag. Someone said, the original Xenoblade. What if your sword gives you the power to see into the future? Xenoblade 2. What if your sword had tits?
I mean...
Also, apparently you can't move around during combat now.
Really? Because during the demonstration at Treehouse, they explicitly stated that you aren't able to auto-attack anymore while you're moving around. You can only do it while standing still. Which I still don't completely think is a good idea. I
mean, I kind of like the idea of it, instead of it being auto-attack, maybe it's like something you I mean, I was moving around. I thought you couldn't.
Maybe
move
if they
around
better
too.
implement like the weak points system that they had in Xenoblade X.
Oh no, they
So-
always had the
so-
they always had the weak point system in Xenoblade, I think. But they actually made it much more convenient because they pointed out where you were on a target,
Oh,
so
true.
that you could
I don't know. I never really noticed that when I was playing through Xenoblade. I just positioned myself around whenever I wanted to do like a slit edge or backslash or whatever.
I mean, it's not too big a deal, but since basically
I suppose it could lend itself better to positioning yourself and your allies to get more damage in. If they make it so auto
I
attacks
wish I
are
had
also
an
affected
idea
by
of how
weak.
Xenoblade X played.
if you want, I think it would be neat if you could switch characters during combat.
That would be a
that
good
actually
idea.
would.
Also, nope, that fucking no pun party member. I don't know who he is, but I hope that he's.
I hope he's related to Ricky.
Yeah, I hope.
The center of the hero pawn.
I hope he's more written like Ricky than he is Tatsu.
Tatsu was kind of annoying.
He was, but
Even I kind of felt bad for him. Honestly, the joke of Lin wanting to eat Tatsu in Xenoblade X gets annoying after a while.
Yeah, here's what
Malicious.
happened at the beginning. Well, at the beginning, I was like, "Oh man, Lin's so cool, I love her," and then it's like Tatsu, "Oh god, you're so annoying." Then, as the story goes on, and her joke is continuously run into the ground, it's like, God damn, Lin's just a bitch. Poor Tatsu.
Isn't the biggest problem with Xenoblade X is all the characterization is kept to side quest?
Well, that and also the fact that all the characters look like potatoes.
Yeah, I don't like X. I don't like X's art style that much.
It looks good in promotional material when it's actual artwork, but in game it just looks terrible. None of the characters emote without contorting their faces into unnatural positions.
The art, I like this. I like 2's art style much better than X's.
Yeah,
But I still think
the original still has.
Also, it doesn't matter how big your world is. You better be able to have some fun in it without getting bored after 2 minutes.
Yeah, then what's the point of having a big world if there's just a whole lot of nothing in it? That's how I felt when I was just going through. Because, in comparison to the original Xenoblade, the entire world, if you wanted to, was there for you to explore at the very beginning.
Oh.
However, it just, I don't know.
X's biggest problem is that the problem is. Oh, hey, dummy.
Hi.
I'm probably
My issue I have with X is basically story progress is kind of locked, so I'm kind of forced to do a bunch of side quests.
Yes, I hated that so much.
Who left?
I haven't gotten to Chapter 8 yet because it requires me to, I think, do every single one of Lau's affinity missions.
So I guess the side quests of this game just aren't fun, or...
Not to mention, it also has a level requirement.
Fucking
Yeah, the level cap is huge.
And the thing is, level cap in Xenoblade X is lower than it was in the original. I think it's only to 60 in Xenoblade X.
Who is putting that fan?
That's not a fan. That was just me doing dishes, I think.
But
sorry.
I think there's some enjoyable moments. The music is great. The combat's fun. I haven't gotten to the point where I can play around with scales, unfortunately. But those seem awesome.
Yeah, I've already all. The thing is, another thing that annoys me. So they advertise heavily the fact that you can go around in the world of Xenoblade X in these giant robots, but the
robots are situational.
No. You don't get them in the main story. They're a side quest.
Yeah, they're a side quest you get after Chapter 6.
Yeah, they're a side. You don't even. Like, unless you go out of your way to get them, you don't even get the skulls.
Yeah, like, it's weird because, like, they're built up as so plot relevant.
Yeah, not to mention, a lot of the fights later on pretty much require you to have
that
skulls
monolith
at
thing
the
from
very
No Man's
least for
Sky.
meat shield.
Yeah.
Ah,
And then there's another, yeah, like, I like, the idea of skulls is cool. Like, cause just playing, just like,
Huh?
who doesn't want to just run around a field in a Gundam?
I know, right?
But back
imagine
onto
this,
the actual
running around
topic
the
at hand,
field
Xenoblade
with a
2.
Gundam.
The only way it
Overall-
would be better is if you could fight monsters in them and wipe the floor with them.
You can.
Overall, I think the world in Xenoblade 2 looks... I'd say, I don't know, the
It's
world in
what-
Xenoblade 2
what
looks
little we know
prettier than
is pretty good.
Xenoblade X's, and I'd say arguably it looks even better than the original Xenoblade.
I'm kind of not. I prefer, like, I mean, maybe
Like,
I
Xenoblade
haven't
will always have a
seen.
special place in my heart, as will its world, but Xenoblade 2, I think, just has a more interesting landscape.
I think, from and like apparent, like there's gonna be a lot more like they're not having falling damage like X did. Another thing I think they're doing, like
Falling
like
damage was in the
this-
original Xenoblade 2.
No, it was in the like it's not in Xenoblade 2. Like it was full damage is in Xenoblade 1, but they removed it in Xenoblade 2 to give you more free range of motion.
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to see the entirety of the Treehouse presentation when they were playing Xenoblade 2. However, I hope that they still keep all the regular mobility options that you had in Xenoblade, in the original, not in the original, in Xenoblade
In
X.
Xenoblade Chronicles.
No, in Xenoblade X, because in Xenoblade Chronicles, your jump was useless. Like, you could jump, but there was really no point where you ever really needed to or wanted to, because it was so insignificant. And you couldn't dash. You were always stuck at the same walking
Okay,
speed.
stop it.
So, but meanwhile in Xenoblade X, like there is
Yeah,
a
like,
dash
the
function.
mobility
You
is
can go
way
really
better
fast, and your jump is actually pretty high. So it's actually useful for traversing the terrain. So I hope that they bring that back for.
Going to be anything like that drug dealing Nopon being higher level than the final boss.
Yes, that is amazing.
I
Yeah,
remember watching the Conroy's Let's Play of Xenoblade Chronicles. He ended up dying to that boss, and he said that the world was doomed just because some drug dealer didn't want to get caught.
Alright. Any last thoughts on Xenoblade 2 before we move on to the next thing?
I have to wonder, like,
It's another reason
almost
why I want to
all
switch.
the shots of it, like almost all the trailers we've seen show. Well, we've only seen two, but both of them show this sort of tree of life looking thing very significantly. So, is that what the world is going to be built around?
No. The world this time is also built on two giants. However,
Ooh,
But there's also...
but they're two different giants. They aren't the Bionis and the Mechonis.
they're the
tree they're
Myonis
talking
and
about is-
Bechonis.
and the tree
those
they're
were
talking
destroyed
about.
at the end of Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah, well,
Anyways, the
I feel
tree,
like
I believe, is what the tree, considering how much prominence it has and how much prominence the location called Elysium has in all the story trailers. It's safe to assume that tree is Elysium, and that's where they're wanting to go.
yeah, it's pretty
District
obvious.
9 instead.
All right. Again, any last thoughts before we move on?
It's another reason why I want a Nintendo Switch.
I'm not a big fan of this weird sort of bucket hoodie the kid is wearing.
Yeah, the main character's outfit just looks dumb.
Looks like something out of Kingdom Hearts.
It does.
That's what this art style reminds me of.
I don't know, the art style itself reminds me more of the Tales games.
Oh yeah, it does. Like the later Tales games.
Mm-hmm.
Like
All
like what was
After
the
Tales of
first?
Symphonia?
Yeah. No.
Is this Styria?
It was
After.
it was the first game that was on the what was that first game that we only got the Xbox version of it?
Symphonia. There's Asteria.
It's the one after Abyss. It's the one after Abyss.
What was it?
It's like the first PS3, like the first one of the 6th generation consoles.
Hold on, I'm gonna look this up.
I think it has the letter X in it,
well,
but
wait.
other than that.
Tales of Xillia.
No, Tales of Xillia. That's like, give me a second.
Well, wait. 6th generation was like.
We're
7th
currently
generation
in.
was Wii,
That was
Xbox 360, and P.
PS2 and GameCube.
Yeah,
it's
we're currently.
Vesperia. Tales of Vesperia is what it's reminding me of.
Vesperia. All right. I knew there was one I was forgetting. All right. So
I
next thing they showed during the
thought that was
presentation
generation
was
6 was GameCube and PS.
Which
I just said that.
is the Switch counted as the 9th generation, or is that just another
I
part of
think
it?
it might be the 9th generation.
give me a sec. I'm on Wikipedia right now. Oh yeah, I'm still screen sharing, by the way, so you can see what I'm looking at.
Nice.
Switch. I actually just Googled a literal swing,
In
like a light
electrical
switch.
engineering. There we go.
It's a 7th major home console.
Man, those specs look terrible. You can only
I think
turn the
they're bad
console
on
on and
your end.
off.
I'm on mobile.
Well, I mean, at least at least you can turn it off on like the Xbox One. Sick
man.
burn trademark.
Anyways, next up that was shown off was the new Kirby game that doesn't yet have a name.
We'll just
Kirby.
call it Kirby Foursome.
Yeah, let's just call it Kirby.
Why
Force.
do I keep getting muted?
What?
This
Must be something on your end.
I keep getting muted.
I think
I
it's-
don't know. I don't know how. Does it just like do that after inactivity or something?
I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't been muted yet, I think.
Hmm.
But most because I don't know anything about Xenoblade. I know.
Well, now we're moving to the Blast series, Kirby.
All right,
We
so
decided to call it the Kirby Foursome.
yeah, Kirby, it looks really good.
It combines.
Yeah,
I
like,
love the fact that it combines like some of the aspects of what I consider some of the best Kirby games.
Kirby 64, Kirby Mass Attack, Kirby Return to Dreamland.
Yeah, it combines Mass Attack, Dreamland, Mass Attack, Superstar, Legend of the Crystal Shards. Isn't that what it's called?
Legend of the No, I think it was.
Give me a sec. It's Kirby 64, Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards.
All right, it was just the Crystal Shards, but yeah, it looks really good. Some of the ability. I'm not sure.
Like we're getting the buddy systems coming back. We're getting combining attacks.
Yeah, we're getting back combined powers. They showed off the Flame Sword, which is usually what I ended up using during my playthrough of 64. The fact that you
Isn't
can
there
just
also a
kill an
laser
enemy
sword?
by turning around because of how fucking big the thing is.
So does that mean
And
we're gonna
there's
get like
also
the
the four-person
Does
team
that mean
up
we're gonna get the
attack?
Ultra abilities from Return to Dreamland?
I'm not sure if we would. Although it would be interesting to see Ultra combined abilities.
Like combining fire and water to create like beginning of the world starting 4.6 billion years ago.
Wait,
Kirby's gonna create.
you know what
Big bang in
ability
his body.
from 64 I hope comes back with the combinations?
Giant
I hope we get Fridge Kirby back.
Oh yeah,
I
we're
saw some fan
getting
art of that.
the hockey puck Kirby thing.
No, that's a curling stone.
It's a curling stone.
Yeah, it's curling stone.
I
Yeah,
saw
like
some fan
is that
art
from
of-
combining?
Would have been funnier if there was some teammate falling ahead of you, wiping the ground like they do in action events.
Oh, that actually would be really cute. Like you could slow down you could increase or decrease your speed.
Yeah, you alright?
Yeah, I'm alright.
She's
That
washing
wasn't
dishes.
me. That wasn't me. That was just my hand rubbing against wet glass. I was not making
Okay.
weird sounds. Don't worry though, I'm almost done with them, so this noise should be gone soon.
But what I want to know is about Kirby Foursome is what the final boss is going to be like.
Yeah.
It's the foursome with every Kirby villain we've had.
See, it's just Kirby facing himself in the mirror.
That's just Kirby. Oh my god! Oh, it's not combining Bass Attack. It's combining Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. Because that was also that was a very weird game because it was sort of a Metroidvania style game.
Yeah.
Like a multiplayer Metroidvania game, which honestly sounds really cool.
That would be
and they kind of did that again when they did Smash Run on Smash 3DS.
Yeah, like yeah, like a lot of gameplay elements from like a lot of like design elements from Kirby like influence Sakurai's work with Smash because he worked with HAL Laboratories for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like Smash Run power up system is taken from the city mode and Kirby's Air Ride.
Hold on, is HAL Laboratories still a thing, or did that dissolve after Sakurai created Sora?
HAL Laboratories
Sora got merged back into HAL.
No, they're still around.
I wonder when we'll finally get news on that one. I wonder when we'll finally get news on that new project Sakurai mentioned a while back.
It's just like it's a completely redesigned Smash game.
No, he'd probably say if it was, or at least hint if it was Smash. Because I remember, like, way before Smash Wii U and Smash 3DS were even officially announced at E3, like, he had already said that there was a Smash game being worked on, and like he did mention some things such as the fact that there would be, once again, multiple links and stuff like that.
Huh.
Yeah, Smash 4 was technically confirmed like like about a year before the E3 2013.
Huh.
All right, so
I think next up is the Metroid Prime 4 teaser.
Was it?
Well, I mean, I'm going by Game Explain's listing.
All right, Metroid Prime 4. We only got a logo, but
other than that,
it's so nice to have that confirmed.
It's just, and it's only fitting that we also get a remake of Metroid: Samus Returns after just such a long.
I was gonna say, do you think maybe that had to do with the fact that a previous remake of an ancient title has done fairly well?
You mean Shadows of Valentia?
I mean Shadows of Valentia. Yeah.
I don't know.
The what?
I don't know. Considering how far into development this game seems to be, I don't think it was a direct result of the sales of Shadows of Valentia.
Yeah, it's probably not. I feel it's just. I think they were planning it for a while because they just saw demand for it. I think they were planning it for a while because they saw demand for it, and that's why they canned another Metroid 2 remake with a cease and desist.
It was like a fan one, right?
Yeah, the fan one. It got a lot of attention a while back in like September or something, because Nintendo went out of their way to take down the remake only a day or two after it was officially launched.
And there was also that guy who made that NES remake of Breath of the Wild. And apparently that smug man decided that he knew he was going to get taken down, but he decided to keep it up anyway because he was going to do something else with it.
But yeah, now it makes sense that they took it down. And honestly, I don't know.
Nintendo was very protective.
I had a theory a while back regarding why they took down the ROM hack Pokemon Prism, since Nintendo has never actually gone and taken down ROM hacks specifically, because ROM hacks are technically completely legal.
Because you're just modifying your own cartridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the method of getting the ROM itself that is considered illegal.
Hello.
Like if you
and I had a theory when they took down Pokemon Prism that involved the fact that it was because they would make their own Pokemon Prism, since what's highly hinted at to be the third legendary in this generation is a giant prism. So I just thought it would make sense if that was why they took
Then
it
how do you
down.
explain the
I mean,
Pokemon uranium?
you were almost right.
But now, since it's called Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, although it still is Necrozma, I think my theory doesn't really hold water anymore. Unless that's...
It still kind of is Necrozma, though.
Pokemon Prism Diamond and, I don't know, Lustrous Pearl?
I doubt that. Maybe that's what they'll call
We'll get news about the
we'll get to that once we get to the Pokemon part. But
like back to Metroid Prime 4. Even though they literally just showed a large 4 for 6 seconds with the screw attack symbol behind it, it still builds up so much hype.
Yeah.
Because people have been demanding a new Metroid Prime game. Like,
but they already got Federation Force. And to be honest, like Federation Force, if you actually bought it, after the end credits, there's a scene where what's his name, Psylocke, he steals a Metroid egg. Which I think
I have the reason right here. Gee, Samus, how come your mom let you have 2 Metroids?
She forgot her 25th birthday.
I can't believe it.
Also, wasn't there a thing a while back saying that Retro Studios actually isn't working on Prime 4?
I think they aren't, but and they have the director, and the director I think worked on Paper Mario Color Splash.
That's giving me mixed signals, because on one hand, Color Splash was better than Sticker Star. And,
but then again, it wasn't.
From what I heard,
it still wasn't stellar.
I think the writing improved a bit, right?
Yeah, the writing definitely did improve a bit.
But the actual gameplay stuff was not much higher from Sticker Star.
It was still an improvement, but it's not.
Do you ever feel
it's not as good as it's not as good as Thousand Year Door.
Yeah, it's not up to the standards of the first 2 or maybe even Super Paper Mario. But honestly, it's kind of hard to compare that game to the rest of the series just due to how radically different it is in gameplay.
Yeah,
where Super Metroid Prime 4 is gonna get overhyped like No Man's Sky.
No, I highly doubt Prime 4 is gonna be a No Man's Sky situation.
No way you could make.
Here's the thing: hype is almost always generated more by the audience than by
Yeah, because honestly, I don't know. The concept of hype seems to be getting a bit more toxic as time goes on, just because
it's a weird, unquantifiable thing.
Expectations.
It's weird.
It's good. It's good. I'm not saying it's bad to get excited about a game. By all means, Metroid Prime 4 finally being confirmed to be in development and is coming out for the Switch. That's a big deal. It's good to get excited about that. But setting your expectations so high that whatever comes out won't meet your expectations is not a healthy thing to do.
It's like people expect their own.
Into the defense of hype. Especially with cases like No Man's Sky, where there were bold-faced lies told to the audience.
Lies far bolder than anything Todd Howard could ever dream of making.
Todd Howard, sweet Todd.
Yeah.
At least he's not Peter
Are we
Mully
talking about Skyrim or no?
Huh?
Speaking of Todd, are we gonna discuss Skyrim or no?
We should touch briefly on Skyrim, solely because of the fact that they mentioned it and the Zelda stuff.
You guys gonna buy Skyrim on the Switch?
Maybe, actually.
I'm gonna be honest and say, yeah,
maybe.
I might.
Mainly because it seems to be the one port of Skyrim that they're making right now that they seem to actually give a shit about, considering they're giving us reasons to get it on the Switch with the Zelda content.
It has some Zelda content, though I'm not sure how that stuff will actually be.
I wonder what the Joy-Con dual-handed playing will be like for that one. That seems like a lot of fun.
You'll be able to dual-hand swing.
It's kind of dumb, honestly, but it's nice that they actually care enough about the hardware to try and use it.
Well, you don't want to swing the remotes around like you're actually swinging great axes?
No, it's not. It's just kind of because, like, motion control is kind of a double.
Sorry. Wait,
can-
how exactly would using two-handed weapons work with motion
Yeah,
control?
like that's,
So we
that's
just
what
put-
they're saying. Like,
I was thinking either you, regardless of how you hold it, if you move both at once, you do a power attack.
I was gonna say maybe closer to something like I know
I'm sure there will
Twilight
be
Princess
some
had like the
functionality involved.
motion way to kind of swing a certain way and you do the spin attack, so probably like different motion registers for different movements. Now, do you think people will eventually be able to mod in like titty mods?
Yeah, the Xbox and PS4 version.
Are we getting? I don't think we're getting mods, unfortunately. We can probably.
I don't think we'll be getting support on the.
I think you're crinkling that enough.
I think you should do
Sorry.
an ASMR if you're eating those chips too.
Oh, how'd you know they were chips?
I wonder how.
No other item crinkles that much.
Well,
You know,
technically
I
they're
thought
not
I didn't have
chips.
to
They're
pay-
like these corn tortilla circle
Chips.
things. No, they're not chips.
to the
They're
mic more.
circular.
Are you gonna dip them in steak sauce?
I used to
Shut up,
pay
Nico.
money to get some air, but then I bought a bag of chips.
Actually, no. That's why these are great. They don't like fill it with air. They. It's literally like to the top.
All right, we've discussed Prime 4 and we've also discussed Skyrim a bit.
Oh yeah, but we need, like, I want to go into discuss the Zelda stuff that they have.
Oh yeah, it's Zelda stuff.
Like,
they revealed the
I need to get Breath
DLC.
of the Wild.
Yeah, I just need to get a Switch.
Me
Same.
too.
There's so much shit I want on this that's coming out for the Switch, but I still don't have one, and there are no stores in town that have one right now.
Yep.
I was actually in
Basically.
Target yesterday.
There's a
Oh,
GameStop
yeah.
offer where
I was in Target yesterday, and I actually saw 2 of them. Like,
Nice.
and I was like, my God, I've seen a fucking unicorn.
And
The
I'm
thing for
not,
me is-
I'm not gonna fucking
Things
shell
that
out
I'm going for the
$500 to this piece
Breath
of
of the
shit out
Wild,
there.
Arms.
Yeah. The thing for me is I know the Switch is going to be a family console.
I bit the bullet and bought mine on eBay.
Nice. The thing for me is I know the Switch is going to be a family console for my household.
Mhm.
So like it's sort of just waiting to the point of probably till this coming Christmas. And I'd just be like, but I want Breath of the Wild. Still really want that.
Yeah.
I want those amiibos that are compatible with it.
Oh yeah, the new amiibo for Breath of the Wild.
Oh.
I was actually gonna separate amiibo into its own topic, considering so many amiibo got announced. Let's see. Zelda DLC looks pretty good.
Steven was
I
right.
still have not played it, but from what I've seen, there seems to be like a challenge mode of sorts.
Yeah, Steven, not the, is there a Steven in this? Yeah, there is a Steven in this chat, but he's muted right now.
Oh,
Steven, you're muted.
I think he knows that. I think he muted himself.
Yeah, but that's other Steven, right? Or
Yeah, that's Cobalt.
Cobalt hasn't joined.
that's Cobalt.
Cobalt. I'm one of the primary members of the
I
Screaming
was
Trio.
thinking of the admin, Steven.
It was other Steven who had said something about like golden Lionels in the sky. And then I think the little teaser showed off a Lionel attack at the very end.
Oh yeah, like like the Breath of the Wild DLC looks really interesting. Because like one just gives you the asininely hard mode, and then like there are these master trials, which I'm guessing give you like some really cool like weapons.
Yeah, like Nintendo does that. Like Twilight Princess had that like cavern, right? in
Oh
the
yeah,
desert.
the Cave Ordeals.
Yeah, Twilight Princess had the Cave of Ordeals. Paper Mario 1000 Year Door had the pit of the pit of 100
Hit of
trials
100
too.
trials.
Yeah, stuff like that. And then
Paper Mario had both the normal Hit of 100 trials and flip side and the 100 trials and flop side.
and then HD Twilight Princess had like a special hard mode as well.
And
Yeah,
also
Hero Mode.
exclusive
Hero Mode.
dungeon that was like the Trial of Shadows or Dungeon of Shadows.
Yeah, but like, so what I'm assuming is like one of those master trials things it's just a sort of a weird fusion of a shrine and a dungeon where it's a bunch of like really hard shrines.
Do you think they'll do a mixture of both combat shrines and like challenge shrines?
Definitely. We're gonna see more puzzle shrines, but we'll see at least one combat shrine.
I mean, yeah, the puzzle shrines will be interesting for how much they're gonna like try and up the difficulty for those with all the tools you have.
Yeah, like you can solve those in some really interesting ways. Like there's this one labyrinth maze game you have to play with. It's an early on trial too. Like I solved it by literally just flipping the entire labyrinth upside down and just bouncing the balls off of it.
Oh, was that the one where the ball drops into the maze? And
yeah, I just
it's like one of the Tilted games.
Yeah, I just flipped the entire thing upside down.
I think I saw Vinny do that.
Yeah, I got the idea to do it from Game Explain's review, where they mentioned that's how they solved it.
Okay. I was gonna say, I've seen like the people use like the flying tree trunks and rock travel methods.
Oh yeah, the tap by pie method of
yeah.
Chain it down, hit it in a certain direction, get on it in time, and then fly.
Yes, weird physics.
Yeah, it's actually that's probably the coolest. It's part of why I love Stasis so much.
Stasis is basically like carrying around a little bit of the world with you at any moment.
Yes, it is.
Alright, so after Zelda was...
we missed Yoshi and Fire Emblem Warriors.
And the Pokemon thing. So they briefly touched on Pokken, but we already knew about that. But the interesting thing that they said is, I think it's nice that they confirmed that, yes, there is going to be a main series Pokemon RPG on the Switch.
That is definitely nice.
They're not going to show it off at all yet, since it's probably very, very early in development. But it's nice to know that they are working on it.
It's like they probably just designed the first starter or the mascot.
Do you think they're gonna design new Pokemon, or are they gonna do something else like similar to like Mystery Dungeon?
No, it's a main core game. Like
it's a main series game.
So
my brain.
All right.
Never was.
All right, we're discussing Pokemon now.
Yep.
Good.
Yep. Just the confirmation that there's going to be a main series game on the Switch.
So, do you think they're going to forego the two versions thing, or is that going to be a mainstay?
I'm not sure yet. It's too hard to tell, and I don't think we should be making assumptions this early on.
I mean, it's very I do admit it's kind of it's an archaic thing, but it's been such a huge part of the series, like for the past 20 years. It'd be so strange to see them abandon it.
Yeah, it's a staple that's like you can't imagine them getting rid of it. While at the same time, you're kind of like, but you should. But then you feel, nah, you shouldn't.
Like, it's like how Mario. But I mean, Mario Odyssey is getting rid of lives. So, and that's been a mainstay in the series since its inception.
Yeah.
I found out that Take-Two performed a cease and desist for a modding platform for Grand Theft Auto 5 called Open 4. They just did it during E3, and pretty much half the mods on Grand Theft Auto 4 and 5 rely on Open 4. Why they do it, I don't know. Maybe because the splurging whales ran out of money.
I'm hoping for the new Pokemon we'll get more recurring characters, like we got with Sun and Moon, where we actually got like various visits from characters from the different regions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I do like that one of the Elite Four from like Grimsley from Unova's Elite Four is a minor character.
Honestly, I had no idea that Grimsley is apparently a very popular character in Japan.
Oh yeah,
that's why he showed up, and
apparently like for some reason a lot of like weirdly extremely minor characters in Unova are like really popular in the in Japan. For example, the Subway Masters are also extremely popular to the point of getting their own merch.
Yeah,
the Subway Masters.
Yes.
Those guys that showed up for one like in the anime. They only had like one episode where Ash and Silent fought him.
2011 earthquake tsunami happened.
Oh yeah, there were. Honestly, that completely fucked up the anime for Black and White due to how it was supposed to be an extremely major episode where like Team Plasma first debuts, but then because of the fucking earthquakes, they couldn't release those episodes.
Dub up.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, so that explains why like Plasma never really was kind of a non-entity in the series for a long time.
Yeah, because
Wow.
because like the fact that the earthquakes happened fucked up a lot of their plans with the series, and that's
Apparently it
partly
was
why Black and
because-
White turned out to be as bad as it was.
Apparently it was because
Like
they thought it was
yeah,
too
like that's actually
sensitive.
why for the longest time they couldn't.
And that's why N, when he did show up, already had all his character development.
Yeah, and like
At that point, Black and White 2 was already out, and
I think they were just getting ready to launch the trailer for X and Y.
yeah, 'cause
They,
that was
yeah.
wow, that earthquake. Yeah, like that fucked up Dragon Ball Z Kai too. Like they were supposed to redo the entire series, but due to these earthquake and tsunami, they stopped for a good few years after they finished the Cell Saga, and then they did the final chapters a few years later. And that only recently started getting dubbed.
a new Pokemon.
I never got into the Dragon Ball series.
It's just that's just another I remember that's what happened.
Wow, we got kind of off topic. So
This core game has inspired a lot of interest right now, but we don't know much about it still.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's too early to really speculate anything.
Like you said, it may be more than a year before we get information, a lot of information about it.
Yeah, because we still got Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon coming out soon. So
yeah, it's coming out really soon. 5 months is not a long time to wait.
Oh, jeez, you're right.
I think it's been 6 months after the original Sun and Moon was officially released.
Yeah. I'm not sure how much that'll hurt sales.
Is that bigger or smaller than the gap between
Black and White 2?
No, X and Y and ORAS, because those games were announced really early.
Yeah.
I want to say around the same.
Following X and Y's release, ORAS was X and Y released on October 12th, 2013. Meanwhile, the first teaser trailer for Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire released January of 2014. And then it came out in November of 2014.
That's a 13-month interval and only 4 months.
Meanwhile, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are already slated for a November 17th, 2017 release. Meanwhile,
that's less
Sun
than
and Moon
a year.
came out just on November 18th, 2016. So it's 300.
It's literally less than a year.
Yeah,
I imagine they'd have an easier time though, because a bigger time between X and Y and ORAS, because they were not just doing
the same location. It was a completely different.
Reminded me of what Xenomax did to Obsidian with New Vegas, because they gave the team 10 months to make New Vegas because they didn't want the game to overshadow Skyrim.
Jeez.
But I imagine since they're still working with probably most of the Sun and Moon land, they're probably not doing crazy.
They don't have a
ground
lot of
up.
assets they need to use. They don't have a lot of new assets they need to make.
And since this is an alternate story, this is just an alternate universe where HOW doesn't exist, but the story still plays out the exact same.
It'll be interesting to see, because it probably was in development.
Does this mean Lusamine going crazy from neurotoxin, or did she just willingly be a slave to the Ultra Beasts?
Or will it just be a completely different situation? Maybe Team Skull and the Aether Foundation are reversed.
Well, they were on the same side, sorta. The Aether Foundation.
Yeah, but as far as actual significance to the plot.
Team Skull was more
Team Skull was really just a distraction for you while it was a distraction while the Aether Foundation was able to continue to do as they please.
It was the Team Skull was sort of kind of a parody, a sort of self-parody of the evil or criminal organizations from like the early Pokemon games.
Yeah, because they're easily the most harmless.
They are
evil
hilariously petty, to the point where they're straight up harassing a bus sign.
Oh, I love them so much.
Just do like
Yeah.
a weird
To be
animation.
honest, I'd be saying spoilers, but thanks to that trip bag Lurantis 2 months before the game was released, I kind of know pretty much everything about the game.
But all right. So after the switch for, oh yeah, we still have Yoshi was immediately after Prime, and I know a lot of people I think were still like hopped up on so much hype over the fact that Prime 4 was revealed that they didn't really pay too much attention to Yoshi. But from what I saw, the new Yoshi Woolly World game looks all right.
It's
There's
cute.
supposed to be a bit of a.
Reminded me of Super Paper Mario and how the 2D, 3D thing works.
I don't know. To me,
It reminds me more like
a little
Little
reminiscent
Big
of
Planet or Kirby, and like it's kind of like Little Big Planet, where it's technically
I was
2D,
thinking
but it plays with perspective.
Yeah, or
and a half.
a more direct comparison would be to Yoshi's story, where it was kind of like it was still all 2D, but you could go through like branching paths and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
where
it was like you could. Yeah, like the original Woolly World is designed a lot after Yoshi's story.
I still have Yoshi's story for the Game Boy Advance.
Yoshi's story on
Oh
the Game
crap!
Boy
Y'all aren't
Advance?
discussing Pokemon anymore. I was just about to say the. Whatever.
No, say it now.
Oh, okay, y'all were talking about what would this alternate universe be like, and I still thought it would be funny if it's like Fils-Amie is running the Pelago and Moan is the main villain. Then we've got edgy Team Schoolgirl Lily, and
fucking Dainty Gladion.
Twink
Yeah.
Gladion. Just
yeah, and then Guzma's just an admin and Plumeria's the boss.
Honestly, Plumeria should have gotten
I don't know
more screen
why,
time.
but when you said
yeah, they
Twink
hyped her up a
I was
lot.
thinking of
Yes.
Giorno Giovanna.
I'm gonna say probably they hype her up a bit, but also that was probably more for the Americans. I'm gonna assume the Japanese crowd might have thought of her as being sort of just unruly girl, and that the end bit where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna basically reform Skull a little bit as sort of like, we're not just gonna abuse bus signs anymore, but we're gonna do something with ourselves is probably the positive development.
Like instead of
But also
harassing the
the-
bus signs, they end up fixing any broken bus signs.
Oh, yeah.
By
But it was sort of
harassing them
the
into being
sort of like
fixed.
Japanese social rules of sort of working for the society and being good people.
All right, so does anyone else have?
Oh, and
thoughts
then
on-
of course, really mean Wiki and super sweet boy Faba.
Wait, who?
Baba goes from like hating kids to running an
Is
orphanage.
this Baba guy the guy who looks like male Peridot?
No,
does.
he's
know
like
what?
the old. He looks like a guy from Shin Megami Tensei.
Because I swear that goggles for some reason made me think of Peridot. From
Honestly,
Universe.
yeah, I can see where you could get that.
Yeah.
Also, like that joke picture that showed Part 4 Jotaro Kujo as a Aether Foundation employee.
That actually kind of works.
Pokemon in peace.
All right, so any thoughts on Yoshi? Since that's what we were talking about.
It's cute. There's really not much to say. It's just cute. Like it's just cute, probably well designed. It's made by it's a Nintendo platformer that's like really hard to make an objectively bad one.
Yeah, I think it's
quote
still made
Nintendo
by
Capri Sun,
what's
so
the company? Is it Good Smile or Good Feel? The people who made Epic Yarn.
Good touch.
Good Touch. I don't
Oh
think.
yeah, they are. Yeah, this is the same dev team. They're just working with Yoshi instead of Kirby, which I think Kirby is a slightly cuter franchise. Like,
Yeah,
Well,
you're
the thing
a
that
little adorable, but
Kirby is
there's
the
no
kind of
topping
person who
Kirby.
could do his taxes and would still get an 8 out of 10 on IGN.
Yeah. All right. So what else was there?
Fire Emblem Warriors.
Yeah, Fire Emblem Warriors. Again, still disappointed about the
X3
Shadow
Assemble.
Dragon Awakening Fates only thing.
Well, they're gonna go with the ones that
They're
have the
playing
most
to a very
pull at the moment.
This is it's like a Zelda, like a Hyrule Warriors. This is a very fan service heavy game.
I was gonna say I'd be more
So-
But
excited
how
for
come
this
Camilla
than
hasn't been revealed yet?
I'm a bit more excited for this one than the Hyrule one, though, just because it feels like this is a better setting for a kind of Warriors-esque game than Zelda was.
Yeah.
I can see that. Like,
I mean, also,
like,
Do we
voice
know
acting-
the dating elements?
The voice acting, honestly, was kind of bad.
although they're probably going to put characters who have the most like mainstay recognition at the moment, because if you put
Like
one of
Corrin,
the leads or like
Camellia.
side,
If
one
you
of the
put
side
Stella
characters
from the Holy War in there, no one will know who the fuck he is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, here's this guy from Genealogy of the Holy War, and it's like, who? But then again, also they've had more pull recently with Fire Emblem Heroes, and that's a lot of fun.
Yep.
yeah, like Hector was the most popular of the lords.
No. Like the popularity poll, like it wasn't even winners from Awakening and Fates. It was most popular male character was Ike from Path of Radiance, and as opposed to like his Radiant Dawn incarnation, and most popular female was Lynn. So there's still some influence from the older fans.
Yeah.
They're, like, Lynn is going to be there as a DLC character, obviously.
Yeah. They
Well,
honestly,
like,
it would
have
be
they
interesting to
revealed,
see
like,
if they
the
use
full
that same
roster
poll
yet?
to include characters that won the poll in Heroes, and like they just put Ike and Lynn in because of that poll as well. But then again, now that Shadows of Valentia is out, the poll results may have changed a bit with the new characterizations of all the units in Gaiden.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see at least. I think our first wave of DLC is either going to be the tops from the popularity contest or all in Celica.
I mean, did they reveal like the full roster though, or?
Although I think that, like with the Almond Celica amiibo, those will probably have functionality with Heroes as well. But like I said, I'm sort of keeping amiibo to an entirely separate topic.
I mean, like Warriors might be. It seems like a fun, just side venture to be like, yeah, it's a Warriors game. You slash.
Like I'm just thinking, yeah, like I'm thinking, it's gonna be fun seeing Warriors is Fire Emblem is definitely a series that lends itself better to
the Warriors type gameplay.
Warrior stuff with because I'll say this, the power levels in Fire Emblem are a lot higher than something like Zelda, because I mean Ryoma alone.
The Zelda one was here's this Tits McGee who really wants Link.
Yeah, Ryoma alone Ryoma fits much better than you've got characters who swing around swords that shoot lightning or vague dark energy.
Or Corrin with that chain sword from.
Oh yes, the Omega Yato.
Wait, was Corrin using the Omega Yato in the Warriors trailer?
No, but I'm sure a sign that it's like how
I swear
you got better weapons as you got on. She'll eventually get the Omega Yato.
Oh yeah. Also, I find it weird that they revealed Corrin. However, they did not show Robin at all.
Oh, maybe Robin will be the enemy commander.
Or maybe he might be there as a custom character.
Or as a DLC.
Probably. I don't think they make him a DLC. He's too popular. No. He was in Smash, for God's sake.
Robin's a big mainstay.
He was in Smash Brothers, for God's sake.
I hope they have
him. They promoted male Robin was a character in Heroes.
Yeah, male and female Robin and Corrin were both characters. Although
I find it interesting that they're going with the female Corrin as a major character.
You know why they're going with the female Corrin.
Oh.
I get why, but it's interesting that I get she's more popular than male Corrin. I can understand why, but it's just interesting that that's what they're doing.
I think design-wise, she's just a little bit nicer. Whereas Robin, I could go either way for design.
I actually prefer the male one. I don't like the hair of the female one.
Robin or Corrin?
Robin.
And then again, I also rechanged how Robin looked as opposed to the default look. So,
yeah, Robin's actual costume design is really good. But moving on,
Alright, moving on. After Fire Emblem Warriors, I think that's when the Zelda thing happened, but we kind of got ahead of ourselves with that.
Yeah.
After Zelda, I think...
I think it might have been Super Mario Odyssey.
Do we want to just talk about Odyssey now?
I don't know, because we still have a couple things to discuss. I mean, I don't know. Do you guys want to spend any time talking about Rocket League?
Well, wait. Is it cross-platform, kind of like Minecraft is?
I think it might be.
Oh yeah, At Microsoft's E3, they announced all of Minecraft is going to be cross-platform across every system.
Yeah, which I think is pretty cool. And pretty fucking
Switch can play with someone on the PC or on the Xbox One or the Wii U.
They said every platform, correct?
Yeah. Microsoft is making all of Minecraft servers cross-platform.
Which will definitely be interesting, especially with how like online subscriptions work. Then there's going to have to be a lot of mixture of legal battling or just agreements.
Yeah,
but also
will the servers handle it?
That's one of the things which is really ambitious, but I'm honestly really hopeful for, because that's been a thing where it's like
company they can handle it.
But yeah, that's one thing where I'm like, but that's really neat, because I've had cases where like a person I know, they have a different system, and it's like, well, I can't play online, I get this one instead. But now, if we're going to connect to like that outside of PCs, that's awesome.
Yeah, like breaking down that barrier is actually a really good thing. Like,
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall.
Yeah,
is Kat still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the sound.
Because I've only been hearing screaming small children from your end for like the past 15 minutes.
I'm sorry, I just have no idea about Fire Emblem, so I'm zoning out a bit. I'm still kind of involved in this very stupid stuff in Tumblr, so...
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to,
is that what the children are?
We're looking, yeah, well, do we want...
stranger.
Is there anything else we can talk about before
Mine, so we can play with it. Go away.
Yeah, well, I think, what else was there? We mentioned the Rocket League.
Fine, Zoe, you can have it.
Oh, hey, someone joined. It's Stranger.
It's me.
Hi.
Hi, Stranger.
Coming at the tail end of our E3.
Hello, Mr. Skeletal.
Sorry, I was
hi.
showering.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. We just got through discussing Fire Emblem. I actually wasn't paying attention because I'm still involved in this stupid mess.
What else did we talk about?
We've talked about everything we've talked about Nintendo's E3 presentation from the intros, from Xenoblade all the way up to Zelda DLC.
Did we talk about Mario Odyssey yet?
No. That's at the
We're saving the best for last.
Awesome.
You'll see in the. Hang on a second.
We've also got. Do we want to save do we want to just go over the Metroid remake, or?
I think we talked about that.
We brought that up a little bit
on what we discussed.
Oh, are we going to talk about the Superstar Saga remake?
That's after Odyssey, since that's part of the that's part of the Treehouse.
Wait, there's gonna be a Superstar Saga remake?
Yeah, it's also got a side story where it's like a sort of weird strategy game where you play as Bowser's minions.
Awesome, that sounds great.
All right, so Mario Rabbids. Who wants to talk about Mario Rabbids?
Oh my god,
Why?
I really hate Rabbids, but when I found out it was a turn-based strategy game, I became very interested.
Yeah, honestly,
it actually doesn't look terrible.
Yeah,
it's so weird.
Bad.
It looks like XCOM with Mario.
I actually watched the entire Treehouse demonstration of it, and it actually seems kind of fun.
I'm not gonna lie. I hate the Rabbids are minions before minions were ever a thing.
Pretty much.
Preach, brother, preach.
They basically you had Rayman, but then you had the Rabbids who were basically
they're kind of like I hated the minions on their own, but they were good in Despicable Me. But with Rabbids, I only like them on their own. I can only tolerate them by themselves. When they're with anything else, it just looks weird.
Crossover was fucking there's this post on Tumblr and 4chan where there's this picture of the creative director of the game tearing up at seeing Shigeru Miyamoto, the grandfather of gaming, like modern, the grandfather of modern video gaming, promoting your game, and he's just tearing up with just the fact that he got to work on this game.
It was really sweet.
He got to work with Mario.
I was still want to bet that the rabbits are going to be pretty much all the characters we play with, and Mario and Co are just the side characters.
Actually, basically there are 8 playable characters. You get Mario, Reggie, Peach, and Yoshi,
and then the rabbit counterparts.
Yeah, all of them are. Yeah, like there's one just like Mario, one like Luigi, one like Peach, and one like Yoshi.
I feel like if there are some right, this will be fun.
I actually
do what one of you guys just use the rabbits as just sacrificial lambs.
Oh yeah, I did joke about this. I joked that basically I was going to send out that Peach rabbit that just constantly made a bunch of selfie jokes. I was just going to send her out like into like just open fire, like, and just let people open fire on her, and just like I'm really hoping that her stats make her a tank so that I can make that a viable strategy.
Kind of hard to be a sacrificial lamb when you're built like a house.
Well, I mean, Peach is all about being sacrificial or something, you know.
I'll admit there are times when I did chuckle at some of the humor in the game, but the selfie joke will never be funny.
Yeah,
I think it's funny in like an ironic way, you know.
There's a penny chuckle to be had, but like there are elements of it that do look really cool, I saw a bit of like a live feed of it at E3. Basically, they had Mario go like to a position, then had one of the rabbits go to his position, and he springboarded them to another position further away.
Okay, but that selfie joke reminds me of during Paper Mario Color Splash, when like that one part where Birdo sings or something like that in that one level, and there's like Koopas around her dancing, and people thought it was a dab.
But that's like right before dabbing became a thing. So it's like Paper Mario Color Splash created dabbing.
Pioneer
oh my
dabbing.
god!
Corporations, when will you learn? Memes are never funny.
It wasn't an actual dab. People just thought it was.
Guys, I just realized something very, very cursed.
What is it?
Alright, Probopass looks like Mario threw Cappy at Nosepass and possessed it.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I was a bit more culturally.
Get her out of the stream. Kick her.
No.
Oh my god.
I mean...
So, Mario it looks it looks playable.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like... I don't like that they kind of try to emphasize Peach being able to fight back, because like I feel like the whole her being a damsel in distress kind of lost a lot of.
Well, at least Ninja Sarkeesian won't have something to complain about.
Well, to be fair, Peach started.
Oh god, when was the last time anyone heard about her?
When she ruined her career by criticizing.
Let's just move the topic along.
I think my screenshot. I think the screen share.
Now, can we talk about the
Odyssey?
Yeah, the big.
Yeah, since you have
Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
That.
All right, now time to bring up what I said again. I mean, look. Am I wrong?
I was thinking more like along the lines of happy merchants.
Okay, no. Well, I mean.
I'm really excited for Odyssey. It actually is like a legitimately fun-looking game.
Right off the bat for Odyssey, I think one of the things is like as the Mario games have gone on, they sort of seek to like keep the formula but update it, which like we saw like move from 2D to 3D. We had Mario 64 and all the paintings, new lands.
I don't know. I feel like every few generations Nintendo gets really like ballsy and does something completely different. Like they made Mario and Rabbids, and it's like a turn-based strategy now. And Super Mario Odyssey is completely open world, like Breath of the Wild was.
It's not. I don't think it's open world. It's basically they're taking the design of Super Mario 64 and making it just more open-ended.
As I say, the biggest step they've taken with Mario most recently was probably with Mario Galaxy, and then after that, they kind of fell back onto like paths they've been on before and just new releases of stuff they'd already done.
I think I remember
like Super Mario 3D World and Land. I'll admit it's like Nico describes it basically it's a 2D platformer, but the just put into a 3D environment.
Yeah, it's the rules of 2D Mario in a 3D game.
Well, yeah, and there was also there was the Mario for the Wii U, and then there was the new Super 3D,
the new Super Mario Brothers series. Those have kind of they do it's sort of trying to do something new with their tried and true formula.
Yeah, like Galaxy was probably the last big step. I would say Galaxy was the last big step they took in terms of going past Super Mario Sunshine and taking one of the core ideas in that. But then this one looks like it'll be a really
should make a Mario Sunshine HD.
I don't know. It just seems more open ended than those games though, because it's
it's a very big game.
Yeah, honestly,
really
I feel like what they're going to do is basically all these stars, how 64 had stars, they have moons. The stars, the moons are going to be something you can have access to, from entering the world.
There seem to be different colored moons. I don't know if that means anything. There's the green moons are the ones you collect in the world, and there's other ones that you collect in the challenges. So I don't know if that'll mean anything.
There's I think moons are sort of they're going to be much easier to come across in they're going to be much easier to come across than stars will, I think, because I feel like there's going to be some sort of currency system with them.
Possibly. I'm definitely liking the updates in mechanics as well.
They already confirmed that the moons will be used as currency. Or am I thinking of those purple things?
Not sure.
I'm not sure. Whichever it's. Yeah. Like I said earlier, they actually are not having lives in this game.
Yeah. You just pay. You pay a set amount of coins instead.
I think it's 100.
No, it's not 100. It's
I think I once
69
by 100.
It's a very measly amount. It's not which means that coins are used as I think it means coins are used as currency for the costumes Mario can wear.
Possibly.
Also, I really like those costumes because Sombrero Mario in particular just seems fun.
Remember that meme you showed me with that?
Oh yeah.
I love
Dios mío, that was close.
It was that "Hey kid, are you a Mexico" meme with Mario.
Yeah, but
Dios mío, that was close.
Yeah, it's also. Can I just say the music is amazing?
The vocal song, the vocal track though.
Yeah. One Up Girl is honestly my favorite.
I would like One Up Girl, but after Sonic R, I just can't like anything with lyrics in a Mario or Sonic game. I don't know, it just doesn't work for me anymore.
I don't know. Japan's going through a really great period of producing a lot of great jazzy.
Oh yeah, that reminds me.
Yeah, honestly, bringing back jazz. Honestly, jazz in video games needs to be a thing more.
Well, Persona 5
Mario's new signature sound is just jazz.
Yeah, because
it's more funk than jazz.
Well, yeah, he's Al Pacino. Yeah.
And Bowser would be rock and roll.
Say with we had Persona 5's fantastic funk soundtrack.
Last surprise.
Yeah, we're getting they're really good at and also the music is fantastic. I think the music has been they've been on a fantastic run since I think Super Mario 3D World I think was the first that had a really brass.
What's the name of the Mario soundtrack for the B World?
Honey Hive Galaxy.
I know, yeah, Honey Hive Galaxy. But was that also the name of the track?
That was a xylophone.
No, such a great song. Hip to fuck bees.
Yeah. It's hip to fuck bees.
Can I just say the possession mechanic is actually...
Oh yeah, you want to know another good song about bees? The Buck Bumble theme song. Just to get off topic, the Buck Bumble theme song. Great song about bees.
Oh yeah, the Buck Bumble.
And the rock with the biggest Buck Bumble.
Yeah, so honestly, it's a very like they actually brought back Pauline, and apparently she's actually in character is singing the main theme.
Yeah, I think they showed like close to the end.
Salty that they're focusing more on Pauline than Daisy.
I was not salty. I was just pointing it out. I actually am really happy for Pauline.
Yeah, she's now the mayor of
because at least Daisy has had appearances in pretty much every spin-off sports game that they have. Pauline literally hasn't had anything outside of the occasional Mario vs. Donkey Kong game.
Yeah, what was
so to see her in a main game is
awesome. Because honestly, Pauline is way better than Daisy.
She is.
To be fair, it's not. They never bothered giving Daisy much personality other being the princess of Frazzleland.
Yeah,
wait,
even the
also, oh my gosh, here's a weird question for you. Why did the 3D land have Daisy in it? Because it's like the original Super Mario Land was based on the Game Boy game.
Where did Daisy come from again? Like, what was her first?
Oh, Super Mario Land. Super Mario Land on the original Game Boy was.
Oh yeah, where Mario stole her from Luigi.
Yeah, she's somehow less interesting than all those princesses Luigi saves in like Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door.
Oh yeah, like his side story.
He's the most. I love Thousand Year Door just for making Luigi the most interesting man in the world, but somewhere
Even though you fall asleep listening to his stories.
Yeah, it's like here's the world's most interesting man, but in a totally different game, and fuck you.
I love their story.
I also love the edit.
Why are you crying, Zoe? Oh my lord.
Nintendo doesn't really change much with Mario for his character overtly. But like Luigi, it's in this he's like the most amazing human being in.
You got that from Zero Punctuation.
I did. I love that in the mystery dungeon in the house ones. It's like here's fucking piss his pants in fear, Luigi. Mario's just off plumbing.
In Galaxy, he's earnest but accident-prone. In Paper Mario, he's the most interesting man in the world. And in Luigi's Mansion, he's a freaking coward. Like Shaggy.
Yeah, but
Luigi does have a lot of different personalities, but those are all in.
Shaggy, but not a stoner.
Shaggy, this isn't weird.
Sober Shaggy. He's sober Shaggy.
Yeah, and in Brawl, he's Dio.
Well, at least Shaggy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! I didn't know it was a total weird Final Smash.
It's a vegetarian.
With the Poltergeist though.
I'm excited to see how well the hat mechanic works. Like we've seen
the initial trailer, I was so confused because it was just this open field with nothing in it. Then all of a sudden, a dinosaur hops in it, and I'm so confused at what the fuck it could be. And then it zooms into fucking the cap on top of it.
Yeah, I think they don't have the mustache in that initial reveal, and then once they reveal the hat and pull back after, you can kind of see the mustache.
Yeah, you can kind of see it.
And then in the end shot, you can also see it.
Yeah, the possession mechanic is actually kind of crazy because every time he does it, Mario gets possesses a frog.
Oh no!
Watch
as I punch this frog.
And cones and enemies and normal people.
There's they're also one of my favorite things I saw was it was those murals that Mario can go into through
and they
pixelated warp pipes, and you just play a little 2D Mario section.
That looks fun.
Any costume he wears also.
We link between worlds now.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's
like that one secret in Super Mario
mechanic with a lot of attention to detail.
I'm going to assume that with the hat mechanics, it's probably you control, and there's probably the ranges as far as that character can get to with their own abilities. So I'm assuming they'll increase like puzzle solving as well if you have to unlock like Hammer Bros and stuff. And then with people, you go home and plow someone else's wife.
Wow.
You can cuck a man with his own body.
In New Donk City. Honey, it's me. You've never acted like this before. So forceful.
Game. Oh my God! Mario becomes Yoshikage Kira.
I'm trying to find it, but like I can't find. It's like this fan art where Mario captures a sexy anime girl and he's like, "Mamma mia." It was really funny. I can't find it.
How where Mario just drops his hat on the planet and
I mentioned that like
Starship Mario.
I mentioned that yesterday, and then I saw fan art of it, and I was like,
So ready in mind.
Hey, look, it's Super Mario World.
Frankie Avenue. I think there's going to be a little Easter egg on the. Yeah, I think there's going to be Easter eggs on the street signs.
Oh yeah, another thing. Like speaking of Easter eggs, if you listen to One Up Girl, it's an entirety. When they're saying Odyssey, you can hear the original Donkey Kong theme.
Oh yeah, I saw that on Twitter.
Another thing I noticed, okay, this is kind of weird, but the chorus of the song, it sounds like the chorus of Serairo Days from Gurren Lagann. Like it just goes.
It does sound like the Gurren Lagann theme.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, I can definitely. Now that you've said that, I'm definitely gonna never not hear that.
Yeah, it's just it sounded familiar to me, and I just can't went through a bunch of songs I knew that heard that.
The implication of this image is that I've screen shared right now. I'm sharing it again just because I hope you can see the detail, though.
What exactly am I supposed to be seeing?
It's JFK.
But look at the left side of the screen.
I don't see anything.
Okay, wait. Then let me find a more zoomed-in version.
Oh, apparently they revealed some more.
They revealed
some of the what is it? Single player of Splatoon 2 during the Treehouse.
Oh, nice.
Is it good?
I don't know. I haven't looked at it yet.
I won't be able to afford the online, so I can't play multiplayer.
Okay, hang on a second.
But yeah, so I'm also really apparently it's also interesting to see like we're seeing sort of elements so that Mario is never really
there, can you see it now?
Let's see here. Oh, there's a bullet bill.
A bullet bill.
Wait, I don't see it. Hey.
There's a bullet
bill. Oh my God,
bill.
it's a bullet bill.
You have got to be kidding me.
Did Paul make this?
It has a Mario's hat on it too. That is terrible.
Did someone on Poll make this?
No, in fact, I reblogged this from Nico.
So
did someone on Poll make this?
Anna, stay out of the kitchen.
Also, apparently, we're getting the implication that Bowser's finally going to try and strong arm Peach into marrying him.
He's gonna try. To be
fair, they were canonically married in Super Paper Mario, but that didn't work out too well.
You know,
should someone tell them in this game that if they marry, that they'll fucking end the entire multiverse?
You know, when you think about it.
Oh yes, that's true.
The plot of every Mario game is really
okay, so Bowser in this wedding suit is actually really funny to me because in Brawl there was a trophy for Bowser's wedding outfit from Super Paper Mario. It said this is probably the last time that Bowser will wear an outfit like this.
Wrong.
Now he's finally.
The Paper Mario universe is separate from the other Mario universe.
Well, they're definitely tonally different. Another thing.
I don't know if I can share this here, but I'm going to share it in the other voice chat bit.
And another thing is the fact that Mario apparently does have a wedding outfit as well implies that this might end with Mario finally marrying Peach.
Getting that cake.
That or Mario and Bowser are gonna do a disco off.
It's gonna be
Okay.
No,
I would pay top dollar to see that.
I would too.
I'm gonna make the
This is
obvious
Princess
joke.
Revolution Mario mechs.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm gonna make the obvious joke and say that Bowser looks like Speedwagon.
Yeah, like he like actually his hat does have spikes on it, and he just throws it speed. He just throws it motherfucking
I
odd
think
job.
it also has that checkerboard pattern. It's just not black and white like Speedwagon's.
No, he's Speedwagon. He's just not
Well,
useless.
to be fair, that was Zeppeli's hat.
Bowser is the
My
friend.
God.
Thinking of his.
I just love how the
Speedwagon did take
Razor
that
hat just it's there for one fight and then it's gone.
What?
Like Speedwagon's Razor hat, it's there for one fight and then it's gone. He never uses it again.
Alright, let's see. So, anything else to say about the main E3 presentation?
It was probably one of the best they've had in years.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's better than 2014, but it was still really good.
Was 2014 the one No Man's Sky was from?
No.
We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about No Man's Sky here. This is Nintendo country.
But yeah, it was pretty good at E3, but people are apparently still complaining about it for some reason. I don't know.
Alright,
Something about Mother.
They need to complain about something like no new Star Fox that isn't a remake of Star Fox 64.
Something about Mother 3, I don't know.
And Mother 3.
Alright, so should we touch on the stuff that was revealed in the Treehouse?
Yes.
Because there were
a lot of things that were revealed in Treehouse.
Yeah, first off was the remake of Metroid 2, which is the biggest one.
Yeah, like that was just a complete shock. Just like, whoa.
Yeah.
2 new games?
Gee,
Yes.
Sims, how come Nintendo lets you get 2 new games?
My 25th birthday.
Gee, Nintendo, how come your mom lets you get 2 games?
Because I have Terminal 7 and this is the only way.
She forgot my 25th birthday.
That was Metroid, shut up.
Anyway, so the melee counter that they've added into Metroid 2 looks interesting, although it may be a little bit broken.
Yeah, it might, but like I'm liking the I like the we're getting free range of motion with aiming, which but I will say that it does worry me because it makes me think it might be really, really annoying to play if you're not using a new 3DS.
Yeah, it might be.
It's not going to be too big of a deal for me, but...
Also, I'm just glad that 2D Metroid is making a return after so long.
Yeah, like we haven't had... Technically, the only last 2D Metroid game we had was Other M, and that was only like half the time.
Yeah.
And Fusion.
Yeah, Fusion, the last full-fledged 3D game, the last full-fledged 2D game was Fusion, and Metroid Fusion came out in
2003, maybe.
2003 or 2002.
It was a game that they announced alongside Metroid Prime.
Yeah, I think it was because there was some bonus you could get in Metroid Prime if you connect the Game Boy cable with Fusion in it.
Yeah. I think there will be the connectivity like that with Prime 4. Wait, no. Prime 4 seems to be extremely early in development, so it wouldn't make sense. Maybe if they did an update later on, but I doubt it. Alright, so next up that they showed off in Treehouse is the Mario and Luigi remake. I just love how fucking like they didn't hint at all that they were making the Metroid 2 remake, but like after they were done showing off one thing, immediately afterwards they were alright, we're gonna take another quick break, and afterwards we're gonna be showing off Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga and Bowser's Minions, and it's just like fucking what? You're just gonna offhandedly mention the remake?
You're just remaking, like, isn't that the most popular of the Mario and Luigi games?
I think so.
And no, like, like both the other games, Bowser's, like it was Partners in Time, and it's.
And then there was Bowser's Inside Story, and then there
And
was
then Dream Teams, and
Paper Jam.
Bowser's Inside Story is like the best.
Paper Jam, everyone kind of forgot about.
It was released during 2015. It was released during Nintendo's 2015 presentation, which was kind of lackluster because of how good their 2014 one was.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't through like any fault of their own.
It was a tough act to follow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a tough act. It was a hard act to follow.
Yeah.
And not seeing like. But it's I don't know. It's nice to see that they are updating updating probably their the most famous Mario RPG.
It's
you
like
think they're gonna
Super
remake
Mario RPG?
They should remake the Paper Mario games.
But here's the thing: they they legally can't.
I know.
But
Mario Luigi, the reason why they can't remake the Paper Mario games?
No. They legally can't remake Super Mario RPG because of Square Enix's involvement.
Mario RPG. I was referring to Paper Mario.
Because Square's got by the balls.
Yeah, they were fighting over stupid stuff. So.
I heard you were grumpy today, Anna.
But
Yeah.
I heard you were grumpy today. Oh, she muted.
But yeah, like Superstar Stock. It's nice to see that they're remaking that, though I'm not sure if they're going to remake the dialogue.
I think they will.
Like, will they rewrite it?
I don't see the point in changing the dialogue, so...
Like, it's... Yeah, like...
Is Capcom still going to be bullshit? There's another question.
I'm pretty sure they're...
to Superstar Saga, Super Mario RPG, or Paper Mario?
Superstar Saga. We're discussing, like, if they're going to change any of the writing. Maybe there'll be some new content.
Yeah, there is new content with the Bowser's Minions thing.
Like,
Superstar Saga, Bowser's Minions, and Knuckles.
So what, they're going to include Bowser Jr.?
No, not Bowser Jr., just Goombas, Koopa Troopas, Boos, Bob-ombs.
I'm pretty sure Bowser Jr. will be like a bonus boss in the game. He was a bonus boss in Dream Team, right?
I know that they weren't going to include the Koopalings.
I don't think he was.
Because they were already in the game.
The Koopalings were in Superstar Saga?
Yeah.
I only played, like... I wasn't able to get past the first boss because I was just really terrible at the game.
I watched Chugga Conroy's Let's Play. They're in the last stretch of the game right before the final boss.
I'm sure they probably won't change too much.
Alright, let's see.
What else from Treehouse?
So who stuck around to see them play Miitopia?
What?
I thought so. Let's move on.
Wait, what's Miitopia though?
I don't know. I think it's somewhat
Tomodachi Life by an RPG.
Yeah, it's Tomodachi
RPG. Developed, published by Nintendo for Japan, December 2016, released worldwide July 2017.
Now for clearly the pinnacle of it, that fucking sushi game.
I didn't even watch that. I just saw you guys like in the video game channel in Discord, just like
not gonna lie, I didn't watch the Treehouse thing at all.
Yeah,
I didn't watch
Mario Odyssey.
I'm just gonna look at the Sushido thing.
Yeah, the game actually looks pretty fun, but it's like insanely over the top.
I think
it's called it mentions something called Sushido. That's how you know something's over the top.
What's the game called?
Sushi Striker Way of Sushido.
Shay and Princess are still out.
I think Miitopia is...
Alright.
For some reason, it reminds me of Tomodachi.
It's made by the same people, I think. It has the same stupid quirk that
I can't wait for them to make the next Tomodachi game, and gives you the option to port your old Tomodachi Life game over.
Neat.
Alright, let's see.
This just seems outright insane.
That's
So,
about
like,
it.
So, like, who wants to buy one of my kidneys so that I can afford a Switch?
I already have 2.
Oh, wait,
I sold my soul to the devil.
I'll sell both my kidneys and buy the kidney you sold.
Oh, that's a fair trade.
Oh my gosh, this is insane. I'm watching the trailer for Sushi Striker. It is insane.
Alright, so that covers everything. However, I did say I wanted to put Amiibo into its own separate section, so a lot of new Amiibo got announced.
What?
Yes, we got
3 for Mario Odyssey, 2 for Metroid Samus Returns with the squishy Metroid one.
Yep, 2 for Fire Emblem with Chrom and Tiki, original Tiki, and then the 4 for the Champions. And let me just say, when they first revealed the ones for the Champions in Zelda, there is a drastic difference in quality between the other 3 Amiibos and Mifas, because they showed up this really stunning high quality HD look, turning it around with Mifas, and then all of a sudden you just see that face and it's just okay, you're looking a little dirty there, Mifa. Meanwhile, the other 3 look great, although the positioning on that little clear stand for Urbosa's is very unfortunate.
I remember the clear stand. I didn't see the clear stand, but I'm sure
it's very unfortunate, especially with how the Amiibo is angled.
Yeah. Also, they toned down her insane abs for the Amiibo.
Well, I mean, yeah, because the abs have so much definition that it wouldn't be possible to completely capture it on an Amiibo.
On a little plastic figurine, yeah.
It's like they make it a seal to try and emphasize how
they make a separate Amiibo just for her abs.
Oh.
If you want, you can.
It's like you make the Amiibo fusion. They double it, and you just get to play as Urbosa, and she's the most broken character in Breath of. She just breaks Breath of the Wild in half.
All right.
Go on. Be a good boy.
I'm not sure what exactly the functionality for the Zelda Amiibo are, though, for the new ones.
I'm getting the feeling it might let you it might give you the fancy weapon that the game gives you, if you remember, these weapons you get for beating the you get weapons for beating the dungeons in the game, beating the water dungeon gets you the spear Mifa uses. So I'm just thinking, it'll in the main game it'll either give you access to those weapons again, or it'll let you play as the character for a certain situation.
We've actually talked about all the stuff that I know, so I'm gonna leave the hangout now. So
okay.
Alright.
See you later.
I've got to go. I've also got to go to get
I think we're approaching the end. What's left after Amiibos?
After Amiibo is just I don't know, final thoughts, I guess. But next Amiibos were the Metroid Amiibo.
I've got to go though. I've got some obligations to take care of.
All right.
So
see you later.
I would say I think Nintendo did a great job. They actually showed off video games as their main thing. So.
All right. General thoughts. Nintendo stole the show.
They did.
By far.
Pretty hard to flop against EA and Ubisoft.
EA and Ubisoft being disappointing? Wow. Next you're going to tell me water's wet.
The thing is with the E3 is mostly my waiting for trailers to come out, just watching individual trailers.
Yeah.
Because I found that's the most rewarding thing for me for E3 is just waiting for a gameplay trailer and being okay, now I actually see the game.
Alright.
So Nintendo actually did do a lot of that, which was nice to see.
Do you want to talk or just very briefly mention the rest of E3, or?
I don't know. We're kind of.
I never watched any of the other E3s because.
Yeah, I only watched the Nintendo since that's the only one I cared about.
Makes sense.
0 out of 10.
It was because either I woke up late or it was because they started too late.
Well, I mean, as a whole, Nintendo is, they do what they do best. They want to have, like, basically fun family games. They want to have games that people can get excited about. And I'd say they did a great job.
Also found out there's this game called Lawbreakers where it's basically a zero gravity first person shooter. The second when I saw the trailer, I thought it was a trailer for Quake.
Oh my god. Well.
Hi.
But I'd say, unless anyone else has any.
Well, Nico, looks like we're the screaming. Nico, looks like we're the screaming duo now.
Yeah.
Here.
Honestly, yeah. Even for Nintendo, this year was fantastic, and I'm definitely looking forward to pretty much every single game they showed off.
Yeah, I will say it's looking like a lot of fun. Need a Switch.
All right, I think that will that about does it for this episode. So thank you guys for coming on, and yeah.
We might do more of these in the future. Actually, I enjoyed this.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'll talk more in the next episodes.
Yeah.
Well, especially since summer's coming up.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like a general podcast thing. So like the next one won't be like so completely focused on one topic like this one was.
Okay. That's a
video game ass.
That's the Steven and Alex show. The only show on the internet. The Nico and Alex show.
Nico and Alex?
Ah, come on. Don't take the spotlight away from me. This is the Screaming Trio show.
Yeah,
between me, Nico, and the cooler Steven.
I want it on this
shout
too.
A whole bunch.
Well, I mean,
and this is the point that Pizza Steven would stop watching.
I want Steven. I want the Screaming Four.
I mean, like, the Screaming Trio is just based on, like, the name of our group, DM, but, like, you can be, like, a regular guest on it.
Yes, please let me on the shit. I like
Yeah. Maybe we'll actually have a schedule.
Yeah, we might.
And I might just go on ahead and make the server. Screw it, I'm doing it right now.
You're making the Screaming Trio server?
Yeah, I've been considering making a new server anyway. Alright.
But in that case, I'll probably be heading off too now then.
Alright, see you later, man.
See ya.
See ya.
I'm kind of tired though, but I hope to be on the next episodes.
Alright.
Make me a regular guest. That's all for the Steven and Alex show. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Alright. Alright, and the Screaming Trio is done. Alright. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.